Daniel Ricciardo is probably one of the happiest, charismatic, funny drivers we've ever seen on the grid.
What does it take to reach the top? Believe it or not, it's not just stunning good looks.
One problem, he took a bit of annual leave or holiday after he announced that he would not be staying with Red Bull, and instead he moved to Renault. And everyone was thinking, does he know something that we don't know? Is he doing a Lewis Hamilton of 2013? Is he preempting a big shift in terms of the F1 power struggle moving towards Renault? We were all clueless. It soon became clear that this massive wage packet, which anybody would go for, wasn't making Daniel happy because the car's performance just wasn't there or anywhere near what he was used to with Red Bull. But in 2020, we saw him return to his usual self with some great performances, some podiums, and some dubious tattoo talk, which we're still yet to see. Daniel has the talent to match his charisma, but does Daniel have any chance of winning in 2021? Welcome to the Racing House. My name is Sakki, and keep watching to find out what I think Daniel Ricciardo and McLaren's prospects are for the upcoming 2021 season.
You're good to go. Oh, sweet. All right, here we go.
Daniel Ricciardo has been involved in F1 for a very long time now. He made his debut at the British Grand Prix in 2011. I often forget that he's now seen as a senior driver. When you compare him against the very young drivers in the sport, he's a youthful 31. And I say youthful because I'm a very similar age to him and I want to be known as youthful, so we'll go with that. He has a lot of experience behind him and he's seen as one of the fastest drivers on the grid. He really impressed with his time at Red Bull, securing race wins and many podiums, and he's even been linked with Ferrari due to his Italian roots. And those links don't just appear overnight purely because you're Italian. You really do have to bring something credible to the table to have even a sniff at a Ferrari driver. So what do I make of his prospects for his time at McLaren? McLaren will be getting the Mercedes engine that has dominated the sport for close to a decade, and we've seen clearly what it can do for the Mercedes car, but we've also seen what it can do for teams like Williams, where George Russell has managed to drag that car into Q2 in qualifying on a regular basis. And fair enough, it's not just the car or the engine. George has played a massive part of that in terms of his work rate and ability, but it does say something for the power and strength of that engine and what it can do. And we've even seen Racing Point go a step further by securing points, podiums, and even a race win in 2020. McLaren would have been sitting there watching Racing Point thinking, we've got an engine that's going to be similar or even better than that coming next year in 2021. And we've even seen Lando Norris come out already and say, I think all round it's a better package. I really do think this new power unit for McLaren will completely transform them and take them to a new level of performance. Similar to the way that Racing Point were able to bring out some pretty special performances in 2020, I expect very similar from McLaren, but I expect them to execute it a lot better because they've been building for the past few years, steadily improving their performance. And I expect them to do this purely because they've got more experience in terms of managing races, but on paper you'd probably look at their driver lineup now and say it's probably better than the Racing Point one from last year, purely based on Daniel Ricciardo's race wins, podiums and points that he's amassed. Now this leads on nicely to my next point, Daniel Ricciardo's age and experience. This will be a major factor when wanting to get a great start to the season, and he's got the ability to do that. Looking back to 2019, when he first joined Renault, he was able to beat his very talented teammate, finishing 9th, whilst Nico Hülkenberg could only finish 14th. Looking back to his first season at Red Bull as well, he actually managed to beat his teammate Sebastian Vettel. Seb finished in 5th place that season, whereas Daniel Ricciardo actually finished in 3rd, which is pretty impressive. Sebastian Vettel had actually just secured his 4th world title. We were expecting him to go on to secure a 5th or at least beat Daniel Ricciardo. And looking back even further to his time at Toro Rosso, the now named AlphaTauri team, he managed to finish only 6 points behind his then teammate Jean-Eric Vergne in his first year with Toro Rosso. And Jean-Eric Vergne actually went on to win Formula E titles after he left F1, so not a bad achievement to finish only 6 points points behind a pretty decent driver. For me, his time at Renault was a bit of a detour on his journey through F1, where he's got the experience of winning races and getting on the podium, and he just needs the right team set up to really allow him to thrive and flourish. With all his talent and experience, he should be able to push McLaren to another level. I really do think they're going to be capable of securing at least one race win in 2021. And you might be thinking, why have I not gone for Lando as well? Why am I not discussing him as a potential to win races and really push McLaren to another level? Lando Norris is great and a very talented driver, but he just has far less experience than Daniel. In 2020, Lando was still beaten by Carlos Sainz, and he's still finding his way in the sport. Lando isn't a proven winner yet, and I think Daniel Ricciardo, with all his age and experience, for me is the person to lead the team. Looking at Lando, most drivers at that age wouldn't be expected to lead a team, especially when there's a driver next to them with vastly more experience, race wins and podiums under their belt. It just wouldn't be expected of them unless they were just on a Lewis Hamilton level. Even then, the expectation shouldn't be there. So that's why I'm not really pushing him. I just expect Ricciardo to get the better of him and show us why McLaren have opted to go for him. Lastly, one of the things that really excites me about McLaren is the actual management. It's nothing to do with the car or the people racing the car. And in previous videos, I've alluded to this, namely what would happen if team principals actually raced each other. Go and check it out after this video. And I mentioned Andreas Seidel and his experience and how that can help the team. And I really do rate Andreas Seidel. He is a proven winner and he has got vast amounts of experience of building teams out and taking them to consistent success. And why do I say this? He's done this during his time leading the Porsche team, guiding them to the wins in the 24-hour Le Mans race and the World Endurance Championship from 2015 to 2017. So winning is fundamental to his mindset, hence why McLaren brought him on in the first place. And this will still be his mindset, and I really do expect some great things from McLaren because he's been there for a few seasons now. And what better way to do that by taking a step up with your engine performance, by bringing in the Mercedes technology and bringing in a proven race winner to lead the team. Of course, this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments section down below what your thoughts are. Do you think McLaren are going to be capable of winning a race in 2021? Do you think it's going to be Daniel Ricciardo going to be doing it, or Lando Norris? Do you think I'm being a bit harsh on Lando? Let me know. I really want to hear your thoughts. So that just about finishes off my video on why I'm backing Daniel Ricciardo and McLaren in 2021 to be able to secure a race win and many podiums. Until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Thanks for staying up late, everyone. Appreciate it. See you later.
Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to ensure that you get all my latest videos.